Everyone, it's Scott Aukerman, your old buddy, host of Comedy Bang Bang. You know, if you want to listen to Comedy Bang Bang without ads and get access to our older episodes, all of the older episodes that are so classic, well, I'm sorry, there's just no way to do that. Except by signing up for Stitcher Premium. That's right, just go to StitcherPremium.com or the Premium tab in your Stitcher app and sign up with the promo code CBB to get a free month of premium listening. You get ad-free listening to Comedy Bang Bang, all your favorite Earwolf and Stitcher shows, plus our full episode archive, and your premium subscription helps support us and the show directly too. That's StitcherPremium.com, promo code CBB for a free month of Stitcher Premium. Thanks!
Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
Some never wear shorts, some never wear jeans, some never use hammers that don't have ball peens. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Thank you to Fuckers Stole My Huffy for that catchphrase submission. Thank you to Fuckers Stole My Huffy. And welcome to Comedy Bang Bang for another edition, special back to school edition, as this is the first episode in September. I believe it may be Labor Day today. So to all of you who have the day off, as well as most of 2020 off, welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. We have a very special show. By the way, my name is Scott Aukerman. I'm the host of Comedy Bang Bang. We have a very special show today. We have a thespian. We have an author. We have a raconteur, an actress. She'll be coming up very soon. We also have a CEO. That's incredible. Not only an entrepreneur, because we have a lot of entrepreneurs on this show, but this is the person who's up at the tippy top of the food chain, and I believe the CEO of a food chain. So we'll be talking to her later. And we also have a bus driver will be joining us a little bit later. So that's very exciting. We have an incredible show. But let's bring on the aforementioned actress, author, personality, Instagram celebrity. You know her from screens both big and small, from freaks to geeks to some of those little old creeks. Dawson's, that is. Please welcome Busy Phillips. Hello, Busy.
Hello, Scott. How are you?
I'm great. So good to see you. How have you been?
Thank you. I've been okay. I've been just fine. Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to be better than you, but I'm doing great.
That's
I'm doing
good for you.
Like incredible.
And Scott, why shouldn't you be doing great and incredible?
Busy, this is your first time on the show, is it not?
It is.
Is that incredible? Because we've known each other for a bit of time, and yet
my feelings have been hurt, Scott.
It's not because of the invitation has not been extended to you, although we did have to go through publicists for this.
Why?
Because strangely, I do not have your email address, and I'm willing to have you give it over the air to me right now.
I think I have to change my email. I have it's too much spam.
Yeah.
So I'll give you. So I could give you that one right now.
Okay. Yeah. Do. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to. I'm still not interested. But that seems weird that you don't have my email, because I feel like I've gotten emails from you.
That's interesting. Well, maybe I have here. Let me do a little email search.
I bet you do. You'll send whatever your preferred way of sending invitations is, and you definitely have it in there. And whatever email you have,
I have your manager's email. That's it. That's all I have.
Carrie? That's
Julie.
not my manager. No,
Julie's not
my manager. No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the last time.
Breaking news, guys.
Breaking news, everyone.
No, it's not. It's not.
Busy
it's not,
switches teams.
I mean,
and it's not as exciting as the headline would have it sound.
No, but I've been invited to like parties at your house and stuff. So certainly
probably
on
Kulop
one of those. Well, for sure she does, but I'm just saying you probably have access to it. Because
if I were to ever speak to Kulop, but we have been under quarantine from each other since March.
You guys aren't the kind of couple that share an email address. Do you know?
Yes, I think you're talking about one couple in particular.
I guess it's the only couple I know that shares an email.
Right. Let's trade notes on who that is, but I'm pretty sure it's the same person.
I'm sure too.
Remember when email first came out back in the 90s?
For sure.
Like there'd be one per household. Like my roommate and I shared one because you only got maybe one a day plus vitamins, maybe.
I mean, I feel like we each had our own email. I had AOL back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Everyone did. And we paid what, $20 for it or something? 20 a month?
I don't remember. I just was like, it was like my maybe junior, senior year of high school. So my parents paid for it. And then when I went to college, I had my college email address. Kept my AOL though until like last year.
Were you on that Facebook back in college?
No, it was I'm
invented afterwards? Ah.
Yes. I didn't know about Facebook until I was doing this movie when you were talking about those screens big.
Sure.
There've only been a few. And it was this movie called Maid of Honor with Whitney Cummings.
Was that MADE of honor? Or?
He was Maid of Honor.
Oh, okay.
But she
this is
also
about a soldier.
asked him to be her maid of honor.
Oh.
So it was a real double entendre.
Yeah, that's like Grace Under Fire.
It's almost exactly like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Whitney was the first person I knew who had Facebook and was like, "Oh, you're not on Facebook? What?" Blah, blah, blah.
And she showed it to you on the computer and said, "Hey, look what you can do. You can look up all these people, and eventually we'll be able to overthrow the government because of it."
Well, I had like Friendster.
Sure, we
I
all
was
had
like
Friendster.
Right, I was a person. Yeah, I was a person that had Friendster.
That was
I'd like to bring.
Actually,
MySpace.
Who had
was
the top eight?
No, Friendster.
Friendster had top eight? Okay. Yeah. That was the original.
Friendster was the original. And then I went to MySpace for a bit. And then I don't know. Yeah, she tried to get me into Facebook. I like used it to just stalk like people from high school for a minute. And then I'm like, there's nothing for me here. And
which people from high school were you still interested in? Was this like old flames that you wanted to check out? Like, is my life better than theirs? Or
yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's pretty common. Like you want to always you want to be doing better than.
I mean, it's obvious I was. You know what I mean? Like I didn't need Facebook to
You're
tell
in
me
maid
that.
of honor. Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. But no, I guess like sort of that. But also, I just was I was like very curious about what people ended up doing. I didn't have like the greatest high school experience. So
really, were you acting in high school already?
Not professionally, but like yes.
So did you do plays and stuff like that at high school?
It wasn't like anything legit, but I got paid to do these toy fairs as an actor. They would. What
does that mean? You demonstrate how the toys work or something like that? Is that what it is?
Well, Mattel and specifically would hire actors to portray like life-size versions of their Barbies and their dolls, and so you would be dressed. I was dressed up in a life-size version of the Barbie doll.
Which what does that mean? Like, which Barbie were you? Were you
this is
work
where
from home Barbie or?
No, this is where it also gets confusing. It wasn't actually a Barbie. Mattel was releasing the doll line based off of the Clueless TV show that was based off the Clueless movie.
Sure.
And so I was hired to be the Cher Clueless doll at the toy fairs.
How much did you get paid for this gig?
Interesting you should ask that, Scott.
Thank you.
Brings me to this. So I worked at California Pizza Kitchen was my actual after school job.
In Illinois or?
No, in Scottsdale. I grew up in Arizona. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. You were born though in Illinois, I saw.
Yes. We moved to Arizona when I was 5. For knowing me for so long, Scott, you know so little about me. It's wild.
You know what? I think someone's early life is usually kind of boring and we never need to talk about it.
Mine was thrilling.
Okay. In Scottsdale?
A lot happened. I wrote a fucking book about it.
I got to get to this book.
Oh, my book?
Yeah, I have to. I wanted to ask you a question about the book and we'll get back to you to how much you got paid. But there's a little bit of controversy on your Wikipedia page, which I read instead of your book. It says that on your television show, Busy Tonight, you say that you received the nickname Busy as a child from your mother. But in your book, you state that your babysitter gave you the nickname. Which of these is true? Let's clear it up so that we can have a citation on your Wikipedia page from this episode of Comedy Bang Bang.
My babysitter gave it to me. And then my mother, and then my mom
popularized it
immediately. Yeah. My mom was like, that's great. That's right. My babysitter who came to my book tour. She came to my book reading in Illinois when I did one outside of Chicago. I guess she was the one that first started calling me busy. She's busy Beth or busy Lizzie or something like that. And then my mom, I don't know. I mean, at this point, Scott, it's 41 years ago.
It needs to be cleared up because this is the first thing on your Wikipedia page.
Does it still say that I'm married to Tyler, the creator? Because it said that for a while.
No, Mark still has.
He made it back in.
Yeah, he's back.
I was excited when it said I was married to Tyler, the creator. I was like, that's
that's a good one.
Me.
Did they have a citation for that? Like what? Or
I don't know. Somebody had brought it to my attention, and I was like, oh well, I'm a fan, so that's cool. This was a few years ago, and then I saw him at John and Vinny's, the restaurant on Fairfax, and we spoke, and I said, I guess we're married on. And
did he know anything about this or?
Yeah, he did actually. He was
he's the one who edited your page, probably.
Maybe.
You have a great.
He was like a Freaks and Geeks fan.
Oh, he was. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
You have a great picture on your Wikipedia page.
Really?
Which, it's you speaking at South by Southwest in 2019.
Ooh. Am I wearing like a gingham plaid dress?
It's not gingham. No, it appears. Look, I'm going to click on it, make a little bit bigger and fuzzier, but it appears to have flowers on it. It is multicolored flowers, some roses.
That sounds like me.
Yeah, it does sound like you. Yeah. Checks out.
Yeah.
So let's get back to how much you got paid for this Barbie convention.
So you have to remember this was like 1996, 97.
So $1996, what are we talking?
I think I got $4,000 a week.
Whoa!
Yeah. Dude, it was
That's
real.
More than the Writers Guild minimum currently.
Yeah, and it was like more than I made at California Pizza Kitchen for 8 years. Like, because I worked at CPK from when
You only made $500 a year at California Pizza Kitchen?
I don't know. I mean, who knows?
Oh, meaning you made $8,000 a year per year. So you made for 8 years, you made $64,000.
I don't know. That can't be right. And it wasn't 8 years. I worked there from when I was 16, and then I quit when I got the pilot. I moved out here, and they transferred me to the CPK and the Marina Del Rey.
Oh, that's
CPK.
a good one.
It was a good one. It was nice.
Yeah,
and then
they have
a
great Thai chicken pizza there.
It's the same everywhere, Scott.
What?
So it's the same pizza everywhere.
Oh, I had no idea.
I feel like it's kind of RIP CPK. I think it's kind of done, isn't it?
Ritzipica. I think all restaurants might be done at this point, but
for real.
Who knows? Yeah. Busy, during your second year on ER, your character headed to South America to fulfill her Christian mission. Tell us about that.
Well, basically, they didn't want to pay me any more money, and I was like, fuck this. Is that cool?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, you received co-credit for the storyline of the 2007 comedy film Blades of Glory. Tell us about that.
Again, I'm going to reference you to my book because it's a longer story than you have any interest in hearing at this moment.
Got to check out that book. Okay, we do need to talk, speaking of stories, I'm sure you tell quite a few of them on this show, but you have a new podcast which is entitled Busy Phillips is doing. Oh, wait, I wrote down Busy Phillips is doing her out. That's not correct. It's doing her best.
Out. I'm just doing her out, guys.
Just doing her out.
Yeah, I'm
Busy Phillips is doing her best. And what exactly is this? Is this sort of based? Is this the same kind of show as your talk show? You of course had the Busy Tonight talk show.
No, basically what happened was post Busy Tonight, my partner Casey St. Ange and I, who was my showrunner on that show, who Paul knows very well
and I know as well, wonderful person.
Yes, she is. And we decided we were going to kind of like do something different. And we were starting this whole endeavor that was pretty complicated and still in like entertainment, but Anyway, we were like getting it together and we sold the podcast sort of like as like the startup journey following us as we like build this thing. And so we'd recorded a bunch, and the idea was that like when we were ready to sort of announce the thing that we were launching, that we would put, start the podcast a couple weeks before, whatever. And then COVID happened and like everything ground to a halt, obvi. I don't need to tell you that. But then beyond that, I guess because I'm a mom and I have 2 kids and
yeah, it says so on your Wikipedia page.
So anyway, I had to kind of just like reevaluate everything, and Casey and I took a pause, and then we scrapped the podcast because I was like, well, it's not even going to make sense anymore. And I don't even want to do the thing that we were like, it's just everything changed. So we decided to do a podcast with our friend Shantira Jackson, who is one of the writers on Busy Tonight, and talk to people about pivots in their lives. And this time is interesting for everyone because I feel like everyone's having to sort of face that question of like, what's next, and things that you thought you had planned maybe were put on hold or were canceled altogether. And how do you kind of like move forward? And I think that a lot of people who are really successful have that as a through line throughout their entire lives, like where they've been faced with these moments and they have to make choices. And it's, the grace or whatever that you find in those moments that
Grace
kind
under
of
fire.
Again, but specifically only that show, that is the thing that I think really keeps you going. And anyway, I just wanted to talk to people about how you keep going in times when you feel like everything's crumbled.
So this is about big life changes. Who have you talked to already? The show's been out for a few weeks at this point. Who are some of your guests, and what do you talk about?
We spoke with Rosie O'Donnell, which was really interesting, and also one of Casey's early bosses.
Oh, which Roseanne or no? Wait, Roseanne. What am I thinking?
Roseanne.
Was Rosie O'Donnell Roseanne?
No, she was not.
Did she play Roseanne?
She did not.
I'm pretty sure she played Roseanne. Did you?
No.
What am I thinking of?
Ike Barinholtz was my first guest.
Ike Barinholtz, our old buddy Ike Barinholtz, of
He's
course.
He's an old friend of mine for many, many years.
Wonderful.
And a woman named Carrie Champion, who's a friend of mine who has a new show on Vice. Carrie and Jamel stick to sports. I like a talk show that's on Wednesday nights. And she's cool. And I've talked to Danny McBride and Gillian Jacobs, but those haven't aired yet. And
well, you're getting much better guests than I can get. I mean, honestly, you are the biggest star we've had on in months on this show. I don't know. I stopped getting anyone's email address. I have to go through publicists for everything. I don't know.
Well,
it's just terrible.
Scott, I feel like you're just like...
I have the dregs on this show. I mean, coming up a little later, we have a CEO of a restaurant. That's fine, but you're getting like Danny McBride and people like that. I mean, we have a bus driver later. I mean, this show is just going down the tubes. It's
a different show, Scott.
I mean, I don't know. I used to get big stars on this show, and just you look at our lineups for the past few weeks. Like we had 2 theater actors last week. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with our booking. I don't know what's going on with the show.
What theater actors?
They were theater actors from Michigan. From a small town in Michigan who had never seen a play before. It was.
Well, that's tough.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with
they obviously hadn't. They weren't around when Rosie O'Donnell had her talk show because she used to have Broadway casts on to perform.
Right.
They would have been exposed.
So it's interesting that you went from Roseanne to a talk show. All right, Busy Phillips is here. Busy, we need to take a break, if that's okay. Is that all right with you? I mean, I know you're used to being in charge, and you're the one who throws to breaks normally. But
this is your show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for recognizing that. We do need to take a break. When we come back, we will have the CEO of a major corporation. We'll be right back with more Comedy Bang Bang after this.
Starting September 15th, Spanish Aquí Presents is celebrating Latinx Heritage Month. SAP is going to be highlighting some of these amazing, exciting guests that are also Latinx. We are going to kick it off with the first Disney Latina princess, Amy Carrero.
That's right. And we have showrunner of One Day at a Time, Gloria Calderon-Kellett, and showrunner of Vida, Tanya Saracho.
Yeah. And also we picked this super badass Latina, Patty Delgado, who has a Latina company called Hija de tu Madre.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. And we will also feature amazing poet Jessica Salgado.
And some other very exciting guests.
ETC.
Yeah.
DVD.
All of that and more on Spanish Aquí Presents. So big things, big things.
Starting September 15th, dale.
Hello, hello. I'm Nagin Farsad, and I host the podcast Fake the Nation, where we talk about news, we talk about politics, and where we keep you informed while laughing through the pain. It's a weekly news podcast that stays on top of current events, but it doesn't leave you crying by the end of the episode. Every week, I invite some of my favorite comedians on the show, people like John Hodgman, W. Kamau Bell, Robin Thede, Judah Friedlander, John Lovett, Baratunde Thurston. You get the point. Look out for a new episode of Fake the Nation every Thursday. Listen and subscribe to Fake the Nation on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app.
Comedy Bang Bang, we are back here with Busy Phillips. Busy is doing her best, is the podcast, a few episodes out there. And this is a weekly show, and you'll be continuing it for a while. Is that right?
It's a weekly show that I will be continuing it for a while.
Fantastic. Well, speaking of weeks, this person has been alive for several weeks of her life. And she is the CEO of a major restaurant chain. Please welcome Trisha Seawater.
Oh, thank you for having me, Scott. Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you. I like to be described that way, like a baby, several weeks old.
How many weeks old would you say you are? There's 52 in a year.
Oh, well, then I'm probably like upwards of 500, 15. Yeah. Weeks.
So you're 10 years old?
Oh, well, okay. Well, I'm not a mathematician. What I am is a manager, CEO. I manage staff at an organization, a beautiful organization.
A beautiful. Well, what is the organization? Before we get to that, though, this is Busy Phillips. Are you excited to be on with a major star? This is the biggest star we've had on in months.
I think this is a huge deal, Scott, and I'm excited. I'm thrilled. I'm happy to be here.
Did you ever watch the Busy Tonight Show or the Dawson's Creek show or any of the other Maid of Honor?
I did watch Dawson's Creek. I was a big Dawson's Creek fan. Haven't been able to watch Busy Tonight. I am a big fan of you, Busy. But I haven't been able to watch Busy Tonight as I often work nights. I work nights as well as mornings and afternoons. Yeah.
Oh, so yeah. I mean, when you're the CEO of a major restaurant chain, I would imagine there's so much work to be done.
There is a lot of work to be done, Scott, and things have gotten actually pretty busy, you see, ever since Beyonce made that song where she says, if he fuck me good, I take his ass to Red Lobster. Business has been booming, if you will. Yeah.
Oh, so you are the CEO then of Red Lobster? Is that what we are?
Yes, Red Lobster. Yes, Red Lobster.
That's a wonderful chain. Wonderful. The Cheddar Bay Biscuits.
Oh, you like, okay, chain. I thought you were referring to my necklace. Yes.
Oh, no, that is a wonderful chain as well. I don't mean to,
so much.
to give that the short shrift, but it's very, how would you describe that? That's like somewhere between the Situation and a Flava Flav.
Oh, okay. Situation, Flava Flav, and then I throw in a Snooki too. Yeah,
sure,
I would
of course.
It's not real. I don't like to spend my money on flashy things.
Well, you're the CEO of Red Lobster. You must be making millions.
And let me tell you, I've been making many millions since Beyonce made that song. And yeah, people are bringing in their male partners because they've been, my guess is fucking them good.
Right. So has that changed the clientele? Are you seeing a lot of like post-coitus people who are like sort of sweaty and out of breath and
oftentimes sweaty, oftentimes out of breath, other times covered in substances. I'm not interested in getting into the details of that. That's
the smell in Red Lobster now must be, I mean, before you would go in and smell a lot of seafood, and now it just must be exponential.
It smells like sex and biscuits. Things are getting busy. Now I heard you say, Scott, that you thought restaurants were done. Restaurants restaurants, no, not at Red Lobster. The restaurants are on and they are popping as well. Yeah.
So people are still congregating. I mean, I guess people are still making love during this quarantine.
In fact, I think people are making more love now than they ever made before, I would say, for those.
Well, there's
who
no
are.
excuse anymore. You know what I mean? It used to be like you'd get home after a hard day of work at 8:00 and you'd put your briefcase down and you'd be like, oh, honey, a tough day. I'm just gonna put a cold compress on my head and get to sleep. And now it's like we're all just around each other all the time. There's just no excuse. You just have to have sex all the time.
Everyone is having sex at all times.
Do you find that to be true, Busy?
It goes one of two ways. I think during this time, it's gone one of two ways for people.
So people can be sick of each other, where it's like,
I think
not,
it's either
not
a lot of
again.
sex or straight up divorce.
Yeah, and I don't think anything in between. I don't think anything in
there's
between.
nothing in between at this moment.
Nothing in between. But let me tell you, I'm seeing a lot of sex. In fact, some couples are bringing their partner to the Red Lobster, having sex, and then sitting down for a meal.
Wait,
And
they're
we
having
allow
sex
it.
in the bathrooms or in the
Well, yes, in the bathrooms,
parking
in the
lot?
in the dining room, in the parking lot, because the dining room itself is closed now. Everything is outdoor seating, so sometimes they walk in to the restaurant to have sex, step outside and have a meal, have a what do you call it? Surf and turf. Yeah. So
Is that what they call it? I haven't done surf and turf in a while.
Yeah.
You don't want to have sex on sand, though. That's like too much. It's too, right?
Yeah.
So this is a better way to do the surf and turf.
So you actually just head straight into the Red Lobster.
You guys should put a bed in the actual dining room, and that way.
Scott, we've kind of turned the dining rooms into hostels. And so there's several little cot-like beds and people are getting it on and they are getting it popping as well.
Wow.
So business is booming. I actually can't even stay that long because my staff needs me because I sort of supervise.
Oh, stay a little bit more. We'd love to hear more about the restaurant.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what do you want to know about it, Scott? We make biscuits and we have lobsters. What's up? What's up?
Okay, I guess that's it. If you want to go, you can. I mean, it seems like a waste of your time to come on this show just to say that people are having sex and you're busy and that's it. Now you're leaving.
No, I can stay if this is a matter. Are we in a fight? I can stay, Scott. I don't.
You're the
want
one who said you wanted to leave. You leave if you want. Stay if you want.
I wanted you to beg me to stay.
All right, please stay, please.
Okay, that's all you needed to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you like to play hard to get.
Yeah, I do like to play hard to get. One of my favorite board games, actually. So I, a lot of people, I do feel bad for the general public. A lot of people down and a lot of people out right now. But I have to say, I am up. I'm up and I'm up.
Yeah.
And
do you wish that Beyonce would record a song saying, if you get a divorce, then take your ass to Red Lobster? Because then you'd cover both ends of the spectrum.
Cover both ends, right? And you know what? I have reached out to her people and I recorded a tune for her myself. I did a little demo for her. Yeah, I did.
Are you a record producer as well? I mean, it seems like you have so much on your plate, no pun intended.
Well, okay. All right, clever. That was actually pretty cute.
Because you have plates in Red Lobster that you serve the food
we have plates, and then oftentimes the plate is full. I understand. I like that. I don't produce myself, Scott, but I do fancy myself a little independent artist, but that's not what I'm here to do.
So you don't produce your own records?
No, I just go on datpiff.com and get beats and I sing over them. Yeah. I don't have to produce.
Datpiff.com? Okay, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, lots of mixtapes and free beats. Yeah.
Okay.
I tell my staff, I constantly tell my staff, I say to them, look, the customer is always white. And
wait, did you say the customer's white?
The customer's always white. Yeah.
I may be mishearing you, Busy. I'm not sure if you're hearing what I'm hearing, but it sounds to me like you mean to say the customer is always right, but you're saying the customer is always
okay. And that's
Busy. What did you hear?
Okay.
Yeah, I heard the customer's always white.
You heard it too. Okay.
Yeah. That's
I would like some evidence of the contrary. Anyone can give it to me? No, nobody's got any evidence of the contrary.
Maybe you're right. I don't know that I've ever necessarily seen.
Maybe I'm white. Maybe I'm white.
Are you? I don't want to describe you for the listener.
Offensive. I'm ambiguous. A little bit of everything.
You got everything in there.
a little bit of everything. That's why I can relate to all my customers. Anyway, Scott, what were you trying to get at here? Because I do have to go. Yeah.
No, please don't go. Please, I'm begging you.
Okay. All right. Well, because you begged. Yeah. What's up?
Okay. Well, I guess.
Bring me on here for today. Yeah.
What did I bring you on for? You're the one who wanted to
you
come.
Asked me to
I didn't ask shit.
Scott, I have a text message from.
I don't care if you're here.
That's you really.
Don't do me any. Don't do me any fucking favors by
Scott. Don't listen. Just know you can't take things you say in a fight back. It's out. It's in the universe.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting heated. I just I've never had a guest more apathetic about their appearance on this show.
Podcast. This is awesome.
Why did you want to be on the show? You wanted to come on and say one thing that Beyonce made your restaurant more popular, and that's it? Then you want to bounce?
I'm sorry. I just heard you saying you had a hard time booking guests. In fact, I feel
quality guests. Quality guests like Busy Phillips, I have trouble booking because it seems like every time I do this show, I look down at the guest list and it's people like you who are just have nothing to say.
Like you? What do you mean by people like you?
Okay, I apologize.
It feels rude, Scott.
It feels rude. And listen, Busy, you were there for it. Busy, you heard him say, I'm booking CEOs. Scott, when's the last time you talked to a CEO? Huh?
I guess you're right. I mean, technically, Busy,
right?
you probably have a loan out company that you're the CEO of.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
so
is it an S corp?
Is it an S corp? I have both, actually.
Is it an LLC? Yeah,
I have two.
Yeah,
boy, two CEOs talking shop.
I'm a double CEO. I'm also my chief branding officer.
Oh,
okay.
That's
pretty freaking cool. Are you also? Would you call yourself your COO as well?
I'm also my COO. And I'm also
CCO, Chief Creative
Officer. And I'm
Officer.
the CMO. I'm the CMO.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Scott, ask me my favorite position, please.
Sure. No problem. Trisha Seawater, what is your favorite position?
Reverse cowgirl. Reverse cowgirl.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. What do you like about that? I have to confess that one is not for me. It kind of bends everything in an uncomfortable position.
Uncomfortable positions. Yeah. Well, my favorite thing about that one is just the view. You get a good view.
Okay.
You don't have to look the man in his eyes. But
so you can check out his artwork. I'm assuming you're over at his place.
Yeah, often, and never is he allowed in my sanctuary. Yeah, so
Sure.
more often at his place. Yeah, and I know what you thought I was going to say. You thought I was going to say CEO, but that's too on the nose, right?
Sure, of course.
Too on the nose, too obvious.
Speaking on the nose, that's my favorite position.
Okay, explain. Describe that one to me.
Never mind. Just imagine it. Never mind. Don't imagine Kulop. We don't want to bring her in here.
Yeah, we don't. Let's actually respect the union. All right.
Yeah,
the
of course.
sanctity of marriage. All right.
Speaking of which, are you married? Do you have someone special in your life?
Married to the money. Yeah.
Sure.
Married to the money.
Make that money. You don't need a man.
But okay, all jokes aside, I do have a husband. I have a husband.
Okay.
Clifford. Clifford is my husband. Yeah, we do live in separate homes. Let's just say Clifford, I wouldn't be taking him to Red Lobster if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, you guys.
I'll give you a beat. I'll give you a beat to put that together.
Yeah, I gotta go on piff.com. Is that what it was?
Well, not
to get
Piff.
that beat.
That's Dat Piff.
Dat Piff.
Dat Piff as opposed to Dis Piff.
Sure.
And,
Dat Piff. I'll get the beat there. So you guys are not in sexual congress currently?
Well, let's see. Let's say he's the House. I'm Senate. We're not in session. If you will.
I'm so sorry. How long have you been married?
We've been married for 22.
Well, years, weeks, days. What?
Yeah.
Fortnights.
Yeah.
Years.
Yeah. 22 years.
22 years. Well, I mean, sometimes a marriage can get, Busy. Do you have any sort of advice for Trisha Seawater here? Her husband,
every
Clifford.
every season is different, Yeah.
Right.
And you just have to move through them. And I'm sure that you and Clifford are just going to move through this season.
Well, look at Law and Order. That's been on the air for probably 22 years at least.
Yeah.
And every season of that is different. I mean, Jerry Orbach, God rest in power. He passed on, and so now it's different.
you know?
Yeah,
And-
well, you know,
and-
and when Elliot Stabler left, things were never the
Sure.
same. I don't actually have too much time to watch that sort of program, but because I
Right.
do work.
yeah,
I
your
do
nights
work.
are busy from what I hear.
My nights, my mornings, my afternoons as well.
Could that be why Clifford and you are not having sex? Is
Okay,
because you're
so
never
Scott
home?
hates a working woman. Okay, he hates a working, powerful
I don't mean to
woman.
blame
Okay.
you. I don't mean to blame everything on you.
Okay.
But what do you think is
Well, no,
is the issue?
He also is the CEO. He's the CEO.
Oh.
Yeah, he's the
Of what?
CEO of his own situation. Subway sandwiches. Yeah. Yeah.
You are the CEO of Red Lobster, and he's
I
the
know what
CEO
you want to know. Yeah,
of
I
Subway.
know Jared. Yeah, I can get you Jared's autograph, Scott. Yes, no problem.
That's not exactly what I was thinking of.
Scott,
I
it's
really
not an
don't bother
issue.
him.
Just-
I think he's fine.
Scott-
I really wouldn't
Scott,
want to
just-
put any pressure
Scott,
on him to
just-
get an autograph.
Scott, just ask. Okay. Yeah, he is the CEO of Subway. So there's a little bit of competition between me and the husband. Yeah, the husband and I. if you
Two
will.
powerful people.
Yeah, two powerhouses can't live in one house, and that's what I always say.
Yeah.
Oh, another
Do you
one
have
of my own
side-by-side mansions or?
No, he lives a couple blocks away. He lives a couple blocks away in a tent, actually, solar
In a
panels.
tent?
It's by choice. He's one of those. He's like one of those CEOs who wears hoodies, you know. He
Oh,
wears
okay,
hoodies. Yeah. He wears hoodies and he walks places. Yeah. So,
What do you think the problem? What do you think the issue is between you and Clifford?
he's never blown my back out, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, but it's
Okay.
just strange that you would get married to a person who's never performed those services upon
okay,
you.
well, Scott, we did wait till we got married.
Oh, I see. Were you
Yeah,
religious or just traditional?
No, just wanted to see if we could do it. It was a
It was like a challenge. It was like a dare.
Yeah, it was like a dare, and you know, we did do it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. So what was your wedding night like?
We also slept in separate rooms because my whole thing, you know, Scott, we waited till marriage. And then when we got to marriage, we were like, that wasn't so bad, the waiting. And so we said, let's see how much longer
Let's keep
we
it
can
going.
do. Yeah.
So you just have never had sex with him in 22 years?
We had sex one time. I tried the reverse
One time?
cowgirl on him. Oh, he's
Do you
a
like
big
the
fan of
Fugees?
the Fugees. I do like the Fugees. You know, it's a real disservice what we did to Lauryn Hill. Yeah,
Yeah,
what we did
I
is-
guess.
Yeah.
What did we do
Oh,
to
you
her?
don't agree?
We bought her records.
Scott, you were there. The records, the one. There was one.
Sure, well, yeah. Well, she had the unplugged as well.
Oh, that's okay. And you bought both of those. You
Well,
bought
I only
both
bought
of those?
I bought the first one. You're right. And
See, all
I
right,
sort of
caught you.
Well, she took too long to put out a follow up, and
Well,
and
you know what, Scott? She
plus-
was going through some things.
yeah,
She
too
was
many
going through some
monologues in between songs. You know what I mean?
things. You didn't
It
like to
doesn't
hear
make-
the children define love on the album. You didn't like.
It makes for a frustrating listening experience if you're you know what I'm saying, busy, right? Come on, back me up on this.
I feel like I again am gonna side.
You're siding with the CEO. I feel like I'm outnumbered here
I
because
think
you're
that we
two
have
CEOs.
a real problem with mental health in this country and having like an honest discord around it.
Thank
So
you.
what? We should buy someone's record because they're mentally ill?
No, but we
Yes.
should like not vilify them.
Who's vilifying?
Well, people did. I don't know. At the time, she was like, people dragged her. She got
Yeah.
dragged.
She
Didn't
did,
help
and
the
it wasn't-
mental health.
Yeah, it wasn't right, Scott. What you did to her.
I have found the
So-
quality of records that people put out once they become mentally ill, it tends to decline. Have you listened to any of the recent Kanye West records?
You know, I feel like I haven't heard the last several albums.
Well, so then you're doing the same thing that I did with Lauryn Hill.
No. Kanye has come to the restaurant a few times actually.
Oh, has he?
And listen, I can't be at every Red Lobster at the time.
Do you try to go to every single one per day?
I try to do close to every single one per day. I probably hit about 75% of our locations in any given day.
Amazing. Across nationwide.
You're like this. You're Santa. You're like Santa.
You are Red Lobster
I
Santa.
am.
You're the Santa of Red Lobster.
I am. And I come, people do, when I get there, my employees do leave me biscuits and cow's milk, glasses of cow's milk.
That's
and
great.
Cow's
biscuits.
milk.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why cow's milk? Oh,
I feel you'd have to make the distinction now because everyone's into all the non-dairy options. But I'm a big fan of dairy. Yeah.
Oh, you love dairy. That doesn't bother you?
I do love dairy. It does bother me. I often have. Do you want to know the deets or just?
I love it. I love a detail. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Often leaves me with raging diarrhea.
Yeah.
And so
that's what it does. I think for most people.
Yeah, but I can't give it up. It's so sweet, you know.
Yeah.
My back is covered in acne, and I know I know what you're thinking. A woman of my age, surely she doesn't have acne all over her back, but turns out I do. Should I show?
Yeah, turn around. Yeah, give us a good look if you don't mind. Yeah.
This is what Clifford sees when I do reverse cowgirl. The one time.
The one time.
The one.
Well, look, guys, we need to take a break if that's okay. We're going to come right back.
Is it something I did?
Don't make me beg you to keep being on the show, but you're not going to go away, are you? I would love for you to come back after the break.
No, I'll be here. I'll be here. I'm thrilled. I have time today.
Good.
Yeah.
Trisha Seawater, the CEO of Red Lobster, is here. Also, Busy Phillips is here. When we come back, we'll have a bus driver. This is very exciting. We'll be right back with more Comedy Bang Bang after this. Comedy Bang Bang, we are back. We have Busy Phillips here. Busy Phillips is doing her best. Hot new podcast, climbing up the charts, getting better guests than me, trying to dwarf. You're one of these celebrities who's coming out with a podcast. Now the podcasts are popular and basically trying to take over the whole industry.
Aren't podcasts not popular now? Haven't they jumped the shark? Didn't I get into it too late?
Yes, I hope celebrities
I feel
figure
like
that
I got
out.
into it too late.
Yes, I think you
I feel like it's over. So I'm glad, that's like about where I'm at.
That's what I hope celebrities figure out is that it's no longer the easy gravy train to money and success.
I mean, I had to jump to this other career change because all the movie stars decided that TV was where it was at, Scott.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, that's the thing. Suddenly, okay, I'm a podcast guy. I've been doing mine for 11 years. All these TV stars come in and they start doing podcasts. What am I supposed to go to? I have nothing.
Except for like a ton of money that you made in 11 years.
Yeah, that's true. That is a good point. Speaking of a ton of money, we have a very rich woman, the CEO of Red Lobster here. Trisha Seawater is here, and you stuck around. I'm so glad that you're still here.
Well, you begged me.
I did. During the break, I got down on my hands and knees. And
begged like a little dog. Yes,
like
I liked it. Like a little dog. You look like a Maltese.
If Clifford were to do that, would you like that? Maybe that would reignite the spark.
I don't like it because Clifford is the name of a dog, a pretty well-known dog. And
he's not the dog, is he? He's not the big red dog?
Dogs. Well, what do I look like? I'm into bestiality, Scott.
I don't know what you look. I don't want to describe you for the listener. You got a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything, but acne on my back is intact. Sure. Okay, but Scott, what do I look like doing reverse cowgirl on a dog? Do you know how problematic that is? From the logistics to the title, imagine being a dog and someone.
Because normally a dog, they only have one position. You know what I mean? And it's named after them. They popularized it so much that.
Yes, exactly. And I don't like that position. I actually don't like that.
You don't like that? What is? I mean, it's very similar to reverse cowgirl. It just seems like it's it's like everyone's sitting up.
The angle, the angle for me, it's going to be a no from me, dog. I don't like that.
It sounds to me like you're having sex with dogs, just from everything you've been saying.
Scott, come on.
Okay,
is that the kind of
we don't have time to follow this thread, but I'm fairly certain.
I know, and we have other guests here today, but I just want to say, I am the CEO of a company, and you have to understand the things you say about me on this here pod could have a detrimental impact.
We don't want anyone going to Red Lobster and imagining you having sex with dogs. We want to get that.
Well, they can go and imagine that as long as they're showing up. I just want the people showing up. Whatever.
So if that helps them, please come on over to Red Lobster.
Yes.
Have sex in our bathrooms, in our dining
and in with
rooms.
a hostel-like dining room. Yes, exactly.
Sure. Then go eat outside.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, wonderful. Well, we need to get to our next guest. He is a bus driver, and he's been on the show before. He was on about a month ago. A very interesting guy. Please welcome back to the show, Charlie Berge Sullenberger.
Scott, thank you for having me back so soon. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. It's so good to see you.
It's good to see you as well. I apologize if our last meeting was a bit contentious.
It was.
I know that I was accused many times of getting quite heated, and yet my voice remains the same the entire time. So I don't know how people are able to determine that I'm getting heated.
It wasn't necessarily the volume of your voice as much as the word choice that you were using.
This is, again, the terrible specious argument that was used the first time.
See, terrible and specious, those are two words that popped out to me.
Well, it's just an
sounds
argument.
to me like you're getting heated currently.
I'm not getting heated. As you can see, the tone of my voice has not changed.
It's not
all I'm saying,
nothing to do with the tone of your voice.
All I'm saying, I mean, if I were getting heated, I think the tone of my voice would change, and I think only a moron would say that I was getting heated if they were listening to the tone of my
words
voice.
like moron.
Just a stupid idiot would
See, now the
accuse
tone of
me
your
of
voice
getting heated.
is raising.
I don't think that
you
it is.
have been
I
on
think
this show for 60 seconds, and already you're starting your shit.
I'm not starting any shit. I think only a stupid person would accuse me of doing so because the tone of my voice has not changed.
Busy, are you hearing this? This is a problem I had with our guest last time.
I mean, it doesn't sound like his voice tone is changing to me at all.
Thank you very much.
Why is no one on my side on this show?
Please go back to reading your magazine. There is no change in my voice. I am not getting heated.
Is that a colloquialism? I don't know. Please go back to reading your magazine.
It is. It's a thing we say in the bus driving trade.
So you are a bus driver.
I'm a bus pilot.
Okay, because last time you were on the show about a month ago, and we found out
That's right.
you consider yourself to be a pilot.
I don't consider myself to be a pilot. I am a pilot. I have a Class J license to prove it. I am a bus pilot.
Hey, Scott. Sorry I'm late. Hey, Scott. How's it going?
What?
Hey,
Scott. It's Bergie. Sorry I'm late. I was having trouble with the Zoom.
I'm sorry. Your name is also Bergie?
Yeah, I'm Bergie Sullenberger.
Sir, I don't believe
it. Bang Bang.
Wait a minute.
This is crazy. My name is Bergie Sullenberger.
You're right. Yeah. Okay.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Let me unpack this for a second. I put out a request for my booking person to get Bergie Sullenberger on the show because you were on a month ago, Bergie.
And here I am. Yes.
No, I was on in November.
I sort of remember that now. You were on in November.
I was on the podcast in November with Mitra Drahari, Joel Kim Booster, and a Topher the Boogie Boarder.
Right. Yeah, I remember. I don't know why I didn't remember that when you were on the show a month ago, Bergie. But your name is Bergie Sullenberger, and you are also the brother to...
Yes, my name is Bergie Sullenberger.
No, I'm talking to this Bergie over here. You are also the brother to Sully Sullenberger.
No, yeah. I'm the brother to Sully.
Okay,
Sullenberger.
I don't want to jump. I don't want to get into anything here with these two people. But one of them sounds like a narc.
Which one?
One of them does sound, I would say like a narc. I would say the first one who was talking sounds like an absolute narc.
He's got a narc kind of.
I don't know why you would accuse me of sounding like a narc. The tone of my voice has not changed the entire
You've
time
got
I've been
narc
speaking.
vibes.
It's nothing to do with the tone of your voice. It's your word, and maybe it is the tone of your voice because that flat de-escalation voice that most cops use. That's the one you're using.
Yes, cops are very skilled at de-escalation, and they are constantly using those flat voices all the time. Video after video of cops calmly de-escalating a situation.
Well, hold on. Okay, here's the situation. I am now remembering that Bergie number 2, the second Bergie to come on, you were on the show in November.
November.
And then I forgot that you were on. And then Bergie number 1, you were on about a month ago, and I didn't remember
Bergie Prime.
I didn't remember Earth 2 Bergie.
Okay.
Although I don't know why he would get Earth 2 Bergie and you would get Bergie Prime when you're the second one to appear. I mean, this is a lot like, I guess, the Flash of Earth 1 appearing after Golden Age Flash, and he's relegated to Earth 2. Anyway, we're getting in the weeds about this, but
I don't want to discuss the Speed Force. Scott, I don't know what's going on here. This gentleman, he calls himself by my name. We don't look anything alike. He claims to be my
we look
brother's
exactly
brother.
the same. I think we could agree we do look exactly the same. So there's something going on
We
there.
cannot agree. I'm very tall.
Okay. And I mean, I don't know if you can tell looking at me, but I'm probably about your height. I mean, we're in different rooms right now, but we both got the same chiseled jaw.
I don't know what you're seeing. I look remarkably like my brother, Sully Sullenberger.
Sully Sullenberger, my brother. Look,
Which of you is telling the truth here?
I know. Look,
You
Scott,
both
this
claim to be
happens-
the brother of hero pilot, plane pilot, I guess I should distinguish, Sully Sullenberger, who
not a hero,
who on that fateful day landed on the Hudson, saving all those souls on board.
Yes, he staged an accident. He threw a dead goose into an engine and forced a water landing so he could look like a hero. He'd been planning it since we were kids.
I know what's happening here, Scott. I know exactly what's happening here.
Well, what's happening? Please explain it to me because I have no clue.
Space-time rift. It's a space-time rift. Things have been a little odd for me the past few months. I'm going to be honest. I tried to bring back some dead people with a time machine.
Oh no! Who?
Let me ask you, the other Bergie, were they souls that were lost on a bus? In a bus
yes,
crash?
it was the 81 souls I lost when I drove a bus into the Hudson River while watching the movie Sully.
Look,
Oh, that's right. I forgot that about your first appearance.
every bus driver knows that there's a risk of a rift in the space-time continuum. We've all lost souls, but
And wait, every bus pilot has had someone die on board.
every bus pilot has.
I don't think
has
I
had.
would feel safe going on a bus anymore if that were the case.
Well, I'm
Scott,
sorry to
when's the
tell
last
you
time
that.
you went on a bus? Scott, you're rich. Please.
I went on a subway back in March.
That's not a bus, Scott.
It's a bus under the ground.
Subway that's absolutely it's a train under the ground.
And I went to a Subway sandwich shop
I used to.
probably in
Well, 'cause
I
2019.
used to conduct.
Stop talking about subways.
Because Scott was looking for Jared. He was trying to get Jared's autograph. My husband
Okay, I'm a
told me
big
that.
fan.
He was trying to get Jared's autograph.
I forgot
Scott,
that you were a Jared.
I
super
do
fan.
see Scott. He always has a huge pair of pants in his trunk in case he runs into Jared.
That's right. So he can see if it's the real Jared. He
conceal my
he holds the
boner.
pants. He holds it's a dual purpose.
Well, okay, so you tried you killed
Just
those
hold on a
81
second.
people.
Hold on a
Yeah,
second,
sorry,
Scott.
sorry, Parker,
The
sorry.
tone of my voice has not changed. I want you to understand, and this is something that I'm sure other Bergie can attest to, and we'll figure out who we are. Every bus you've ridden on, someone has died on that bus.
Wow, haunted
Yeah,
bus.
that's a fact.
Well, they're not haunted. It's just that people die on them.
So you don't think the souls who were lost stick around on these buses?
No, you're thinking of a ghost bus, which is much like the Flying Dutchman. There is a ghost bus that
Which one
travels
is that?
cross country.
Is that one that only appears at certain times of the month?
That's
or what?
exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly certain times of the month, and that's so. Bus pilots often say, "Well, it's that time of the month again."
So you went back in time, Bergie of Earth 2. You went back in time to try to save those 81 people.
I used my bus DeLorean to try to time travel, and I'm starting to realize, based on some of the differences in this time that I'm in, that I may not have traveled back in time, but into a new universe.
You didn't travel back in time. You maybe went sideways in time to an alternate dimension, being this dimension.
Who knows? I mean, obviously, I'm looking at the screens here, and we've got the CEO of Applebee's. Nice to see you.
Oh, excuse me. Well, fuck off.
Well, this is one of the differences, I think. On his Earth, you're the CEO of Applebee's.
No, absolutely not. I will
Yes.
not be. No,
The CEO of
unfortunately.
Applebee's, the restaurant from the Kelly Rowland song.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't like.
So wait,
this.
on your Earth, Kelly Rowland is more popular than Beyonce?
Oh yeah, I mean we're all in the rowboat.
Can I just say Kelly Rowland so we have every pronunciation in there?
Okay, yeah.
What about Kelly Rowland?
Raoul.
Is that a
Raoul
country in your
Ampersand.
universe?
Rowland?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a country of all. It's where Britain sent all their people who did not wear condoms.
Interesting.
Roland. Oh,
So what
I
are
see what you did there?
Can I ask about some of the differences on your Earth? I mean, obviously we have a big celebrity, Busy Phillips. Does Busy Phillips exist on your Earth?
No, we've got Fizzy Billups.
Who named Fizzy? The babysitter or her
Well,
mom?
there's some disagreement on her Wikipedia page.
Wikipedia.
Oh.
Seems like everything is just transposed.
I don't know what happens over here. I'm just telling you what it's called in my time.
Okay, it feels like the second Sully, Sullenberg, Soderbergh.
Bergie.
Soderbergh. It seems like
One
he's
for us, one
having
for them.
a stroke.
That's Scorsese.
He seems like he's actually going to go ahead and be having a stroke. No?
Scorsese, the director of the Ocean's movies?
So everything is just opposite on your Earth.
I don't know what happens here.
I don't know about opposite. It seems parallel. Let me ask you something, Bergie, too. In your universe, is Sully Sullenberger a hero?
Well, yes. They made a movie about him called Sully with Tom Hanks, which is all in the episode. So is that what's happening here, too?
He's very celebrated here in this universe, and I want people to know the truth about him, that he is not, in fact, a hero, but
according
a liar.
to you, he staged that the whole plane crash. He threw a goose out the window. He rolled the window.
He
down.
rolled the window down in the cockpit and
threw a goose out.
And threw a goose he got from a butcher shop into the engine. Bergie, too, in your world, he is celebrated as a hero. They made a movie about him as well.
Yes, he's a hero. They made a movie. The Tom Hanks played him.
Who is Tom Hanks on your world?
Tom Hanks is a famous celebrity who is very likable, but he's also a Greek citizen, so he can get away from the country if he ever gets discovered for his pedophilia ring.
Same here.
Okay.
So that hasn't changed from Earth to Earth. That's good to know.
I mean, it's just, I guess in any universe, Hollywood is just a massive pedophile ring. It's been going on forever. Everyone knows about it, but no one talks about it.
To discuss this.
Well, I'd love for you guys to come by Red Lobster after to discuss that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, this is fascinating. I mean, to have someone who's traversed the multiverse here. I mean, have you gone to your home? I can't remember. Are you married?
No. Also,
neither of you
yes.
married. So there were.
Then a question: is there someone who thinks they're your spouse?
Somebody who thinks they're. So
this
we
is
never
an excellent
actually...
question. Is there someone?
I should ask that of all of our guests. Busy, is there someone who thinks they're your spouse?
For sure. Yeah, 100% he does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just because oftentimes people answer and they're trying to be duplicitous. So that's a better way to ask the question, I'd say.
But what happened? What happened the first time you went back to your apartment? Because I can only imagine you're in this Earth now. Maybe the key fits, maybe it doesn't. But I would imagine that someone else was living there, right?
Oh, I went to my apartment here, and it had been. It seemed like a flop house of some sort.
Okay.
It was
Not to be mistaken for a trap house.
Well, it was. They were cooking. They were cooking dope in there.
Okay. So okay.
It's well, what's a trap house here? A flop house, like in the song by.
Trap house is a house that has a rat infestation, and so there's lots of
rat traps.
Vermin traps. Yeah, rat traps. Yeah.
Why are we talking about this?
It's vital to determine.
I just want to make sure I understand where he's coming from. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
I guess
I can leave. I can leave.
No, please don't go. Please don't go. I'll beg all of you. Busy, you please don't go. Bergie 1, Bergie 2, please don't go.
I will not go. The tone of my voice has not changed.
I guess what would have been interesting is if you went to what you thought was your home, and this Bergie number, I don't know why we're calling you 1 since you were the second person on, but why Bergie,
first person on today though.
True. Okay. So Bergie 2, if you would have went home and Bergie 1 was there and you're like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Well, here is a bit of the issue. Now that you mention it, I think I did see this Bergie there. But you might not recognize me because in the time since I landed, I did a face-off.
You did a face-off?
Oh no!
Everyone is doing those these days.
Another thing that every bus pilot dreams about but should never do.
Yeah. So other people who have had face-offs, Busy?
I just feel like I've heard a lot about people getting face-offs.
Yeah.
In the last 2 weeks.
Interesting. Who did you do a face-off with?
You're speaking to me?
You're the only person
You
I
are the
know
one
who's.
you are the one who said you did a face off.
No, I did a face. I was giving you a hint. I did one with Robert De Niro. You speaking to me was the hint I was giving you.
I am lost. What happened?
I'm lost also.
Let me
I
ask
don't
you
know.
this.
What is
Bergie,
what is
too.
a face-off? Please.
It's when you switch faces with somebody because you suspect them of having. Well, you know that they killed your child. So
Yeah,
you
I saw
switch
this
faces.
movie when I was 4 years old.
Oh, okay.
And you want to take their face off.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Interesting.
Awesome.
Busy, if you could do a face off with anyone, who would it be?
Sully?
It's Bergie, by the way.
I thought your name was Sully.
No, that's my
Sully
brother.
is the hero
his-
pilot.
no, I know.
But
That's his
I
brother.
know who Sully is, but I thought that you go by your last name, Sullenberger. I thought you also went by Sully.
No, that.
Oh,
why,
God, I'm so
why
sorry.
would
Why is this confusing?
two
to
brothers have
anybody?
the same nickname?
Look, here.
I mean, why would two
I don't
brothers
know.
have the same?
Why do two people exist in the same time continuum that are
She
both
makes a good point.
Sully's brother?
Busy, thank you,
know?
for getting us back on track. Bergie,
Before we
too.
go back on track, I'm
Okay.
so sorry. And before we get back on track, I just want to keep us off track for just an
Yeah,
extra
Trisha has a
beat.
question. Yes.
For an extra beat, if we could. And
Datpiff.com.
Okay, Scott, I'll let you have it. So if people are doing face-offs, are people doing back-offs? Because mine is covered in acne.
You just need a facial on your back. You need a
a
facial.
A facial.
You need a facial. Yeah.
Is
you
that
gotta
when
get a
bay
facial.
comes on your back? Oh my God, no. Okay, so I'm wrong. Okay.
I mean, if you're only doing that one position, you might get it.
That's one of my favorite filthy memes.
We need to cut this part out. Okay, so I need a back facial.
You need a
Okay.
back facial. You need a facial.
Okay, a facial. All right, thank you. All right, I'm
Yeah.
going to do that. Thank
All right,
you.
good to know.
There you go.
Okay,
All right,
back
so
on
now
track,
now
I
we're
guess.
back on
Okay.
track. Yeah, Bergie 1, you had a question?
I am concerned that both of us being in this timeline will have dire repercussions for.
It's definitely had diarrhea.
I thought you meant
entire-
diarrhea. I also thought diarrhea.
I thought you were going to say diarrhea.
Ever since I time traveled, I have had diarrhea percussions. Absolutely.
Okay, maybe the vibrational frequency of this Earth is playing havoc upon your
I will
stomach.
say I don't know anyone who doesn't have IBS at this point. You know what I mean?
my God,
So
busy,
it's probably
busy.
just that. It's probably just IBS.
IBS-C or IBS-D?
The International
IBS.
Brotherhood of Stevedores?
Because
Sorry, I'm a union man. I'm a union man. I can't help but think of other unions.
With IBS-C, you know, IBS-C.
What's the C stand for?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Constipation,
Oh, got it,
and I
got
think
it.
it's probably the dairy. Yeah. So, but the milk,
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get back on track. Let's get back on
Yeah,
track.
so there. I mean, just you being here and the fact that both of you are meeting. I mean, that I would hate it if you were to ever. One theory is that if you were to ever touch, there would be an explosion which would kill the Earth. I mean,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Well, we don't want to do that, right? That we wouldn't want to do that.
Well,
I do want to say,
do we or don't we?
I have always wondered, because I give the best massages, what if I could give myself a massage?
We've all fantasized about that.
Bergie, too, I've had that exact same thought.
Wow.
I receive the best massages. What would it be like if I could give myself a massage?
Please don't do it, guys. We don't want the
I am
universe
so
to blow
curious, though. It is one of my
up.
number one
I know.
curiosities.
If I like,
It's so tempting now that Scott has lifted he's flouted the quarantine restrictions and we're all in the same room together.
Yes.
It's all I can do to not go over there, turn around.
Does it have to be... Is what skin to skin would blow up the world? Could we do a through the t-shirt massage?
I think you could probably do it through the t-shirt. Sure.
through the t-shirt?
Does it have to be skin to skin is what blows up the world?
Yeah, I think if it was through the t-shirt, just keep your clothes on, but give each other a massage. Let's see what happens there.
So a massage. It's a massage second base.
Sure. Let's see what happens there and see
That's
if the
second
Earth
base?
blows up.
Under the shirt, over the t-shirt.
That's second base?
That's massage second base.
Oh, we
I
call
see.
that a free throw in my world.
Oh, interesting. What do you call a home run on your world?
A home run? Let's see. Free throw is sex. Home
Free throw
run.
is sex? Okay, never mind. Look. All right, go ahead. Give yourself an over the t-shirt massage. Just don't touch your skin to his skin anyway.
Let me untuck my bus pilot uniform shirt.
Should we be here for this?
Probably, yeah.
Nervous about
I want to
it.
watch it. Two guys who look exactly alike.
I would like
massaging
to
each
stay
other.
here just in
Okay,
case.
Scott, could we at least put our masks on?
Sure, yeah. I guess if you have to.
Okay.
Oh, somebody stopped me. Nice mask.
Thank you. Okay, all right.
All right, go ahead. Commence with the massaging.
Oh, who's massaging who?
You're the one who wanted to massage him.
You give the best massages, and I receive the best massages, so I think our roles are set. The tone of my voice has not changed.
Of course not.
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh,
He's working his way down the shoulders. See, nothing's happening. Okay, so we're okay.
Everybody's
pretty good.
Yeah, we're okay. Does he?
You want us all to stay here and watch this? I mean,
Yeah, sort of. Does Bergie 1, does he truly give the best massages?
I mean, this is not bad. It's
I would
really
imagine Bergie 2 would know exactly where all of the tension is.
I've received a lot of massages in my life.
You received the best ones.
I'm great at it. And this is I feel like I'm at the top of my game receiving this massage. This is absolutely sensational.
I have never had someone receive a massage as well as this one currently.
Wow. So this is great. Okay. Nothing's wrong here. This is great. As long as you guys don't touch, we'll be okay. So
I'd be remiss if I didn't at least get a little bit of that neck right there. But
I have so much tension there.
At least wait until the end of the show.
I've carried since childhood from resenting my brother.
Please don't touch his neck with your if you're gonna touch his neck, please put on massaging gloves.
Yeah,
my massaging gloves have the fingertips cut out.
No,
So
they're not
still-
Dickensian massaging gloves. Look. If you could just hold on this until the show is over, because we have one final feature, if that's okay. And that is a little something called Plug. This might be the song, by the way. Open up the old plug bag.
There's a little too much music.
Ooh, that was a plug bag heist theme by Crummy Scrimmage, which I believe that was audio from our Jason Mantzoukas episode when we went on that heist. All right, guys, what are we plugging? Busy, obviously, we have the podcast. You're branching out into the audio mediums.
But yeah, the podcast, Busy Phyllis is doing your best. But, also the audio version of my book.
Yes. Those are
You could
vibrations
listen to that
you recorded a few years back, and we can finally hear the true story about who coined you with that name, Busy.
Yeah, it's all in
Who
there.
coined you?
I do love coins.
And of course, we can hear that story about getting story by credit on Blades of Glory, apparently, which was
it's a big story.
too long to go into on this program.
It's just not the right vibe, Scott.
Sure,
I think
of
you'd be
course.
disappointed.
I'll listen to the book and be the judge of that.
You should be. Get my email from your wife and then tell me what you think. After.
I definitely will. All right. And then we also have Trisha Seawater. By the way, what a lovely name, Seawater.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it's I imagine
Is Clifford also Seawater? Is that his name as well?
No, I would never take his last name.
Oh,
No.
what's his last name?
Oh gosh, you really want to make me do this on air?
I didn't know this was such a hot button topic, but
You really want to make me do this on
yeah,
air?
please. Yeah, on air, go ahead.
His last, oh God, he's going to kill me for this. His actual government last name is Gutterbutt. And
Gutterbutt?
Yeah. Clifford Gutterbutt.
Is this a dog? Because this sounds like a dog's name.
No.
Trisha, do you have anything you want to plug here? Any television shows that you like that may be coming back in a few weeks?
I don't really watch TV.
You're too busy.
I'm too busy. I'm too busy with the restaurants. Nights are busy, mornings, afternoons as well. So I would probably plug, there's a sketch comedy show, Saturday Night Live.
That's that show that's mainly on Sunday mornings.
It's on predominantly on a Sunday
Two-thirds of it is on Sunday mornings.
it really should be called Sunday Morning Live if we're being real.
Yeah.
That's it, if we're being real. So I'd like to plug that one. Should be back on air at some point. This is altruistic of me at this moment. This
is very nice of you to plug a television show, which you are only a fan of.
I don't watch television, but I'd also like to plug an Instagram or Twitter. Just the websites. I think they're awesome.
What are they?
So
just Twitter and Instagram? That's what you're plugging?
Instagram.com, or you could get the app, and Twitter.com, or you could get the app. Yeah.
Any specific user that you want to plug, or just
big fan of.
Why is this taking 1 million years?
I'm sorry, Scott. It's crazy. Great question. I'm just distracted.
Never mind. I'm moving on. All right, okay. Bergie one.
Okay.
Bergie one, you want to plug anything?
Which one's Bergie one?
I'm Bergie one.
Yeah. Okay.
I would like to plug. I would like to plug podcasts. You can also access them through the app. Two specific podcasts.
Oh, okay.
Well, two specific. I thought we were starting at macro and then we were zooming in.
Yeah.
Starting globally, then getting local.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd like to plug Adam Curry, of course, first him. Then I'd like to plug podcasts. Then I'd like to plug two specific podcasts: The Neighborhood Listen, which I believe is on your network, Scott Earwolf, and
that's a wonderful show.
And an independent podcast called Stay F. Homekins. They're both available wherever you get your podcasts.
That's independent, so it's edgier.
It's very edgy. It's a mumblecore podcast. You'll have to turn it all the way up.
Are they produced by A24? A24
yes.
behind them? Okay,
yes.
Okay, awesome.
That's correct.
All right, Bergie 2, what do you want to plug?
If anybody has about a pound of plutonium, I could use that to get myself back to the future or my timeline.
Your own specific Earth. Yeah. If anyone has some sort of like Kingpin style device from Into the Spider-Verse, maybe that would help you traverse across the universes as well.
Yes, thank you very much.
Any scientists out there? Yeah.
Scientists, lunatics that
lunatics with delusions of grandeur who want to take over the world.
Lunatics, yes.
And I guess I'll plug Tim Cook.
Great.
And zooming in from him, Apple and Apple Podcasts. And through that, the podcast called You're the Man Now, Dog. It's a conversation and improv podcast with the Patreon, patreon.com/You're the Man Now, Dog. If you join it in September, you can get a free mask, which I don't know. That's cool. We have a mask. They have a mask.
Yeah.
I said but
you
I
said
was done.
like you had more. Really? So that
I think the big thing I have to. I'm just guessing, spitballing here. Maybe the was the spirit of Steve Jobs telling you kind of left him out there.
Yeah.
So
I was going to plug Steve Jobs. Yeah, I want to.
Well, they might not even have Steve Jobs on his Earth.
He has Steve Workplace probably.
We used to have Steve Workplace, but now we got no Workplace.
We used to have Johnny Money, Bob Inspiration.
All right, I want to plug Steve Jobs, and then America, and then the iPhones, and then datpiff.com.
Okay.
And then Comedy Bang Bang, the podcast. SoundCloud. Yeah, SoundCloud Rap.
SoundCloud Rappers.
6ix9ine.
Takashi, no, we don't support snitches.
Okay, no, snitches get stitches.
Snitches
and then watch the Between Two Ferns movie. It's on Netflix. All right, Ted Sarandos, of course I should have plugged him. All right, let's close up the old plug bag.
Start with a C when you wanna close it up. You lead with an L and then you Open up the plug bag. Open up the plug bag. Take your hand and open it up. Then Horatio comes and then he just says, "Been all night in the days of paradise. Let's get it all my life." open up the plug bag. Everybody wants to open up the plug bag. Just keep it fucking open up the plug, open up the plug, open up the plug, open it up.
All right, guys, I want to thank you so much. Busy, so great to have you on the show for the first time.
Thanks for having me, Scott.
Wonderful to see your closet. That's a lot of shoes. And
there are more upstairs.
More upstairs? Really? So you have an upstairs, downstairs? Are these the servant shoes downstairs?
These are the
This is Downton
shoes that are
Abbey.
these are the shoes that that are in season.
Right. Okay. And I want to thank you, Trisha Seawater, husband to Clifford. What was it?
Wife to
Gutterbutt.
Clifford Gutterbutt, CEO
Wife.
of
Sorry,
Subway
did I say
Sandwiches.
husband? Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for being on the show. Please come back. Please come back.
That's what Scott, only since you begged, I will. I'll have to come back. I'll
come
make
back.
time for you. Yeah.
And then Bergie and Bergie, you guys have been doing the massage, just keeping it clean. You've been keeping it above the waist, above the t-shirt.
That's right, sunshine.
And so you can complete the massage now before you get into any more trouble touching skin on skin. We don't want that to happen.
It's going to be hard. This is, again, I can't say it enough, the best receiving of a massage I've ever felt.
But please,
this is the best massage I've ever received.
Please don't do it. Please don't touch that neck. I know you're very tense on the neck. Your shoulders are riding up Bergie one, but please.
Yes, I have so much tension in my neck.
Please don't do it. The universe is at stake.
Great massage. Let me shake your hand for how well that went.
Absolutely. Put her there.
This year, 2020, greatest year of human existence, Earwolf turns 10 years old, and Podswag is celebrating with a great new 10th anniversary collection. There's an artist. His name is Bruce Tang, and what he did was he drew all of the CBB anniversary posters over the years. He's done it again with a massive collage of over 100 current and former Earwolf hosts in cartoon form. And Podswag has taken that great art, and he. Is Podswag a he? Might be, who knows? So Mr. Podswag, Esquire, what he got up to was he took all of that great art, he put it on a bunch of cool stuff. For instance, I got a comfy gray zip hoodie the other day, which I really love. Steel tumblers to keep your drinks in, padded tablet sleeves for your iPad, and of course a classic poster with a frame or without a frame. Whatever you're into, you frameless weirdos. All you have to do is go to podswag.com/earwolf10 to check out the whole collection now. That is podswag.com/earwolf10. You can even use promo code DECADE at checkout for $10 off your order. That's 10 for 10. Podswag.com/earwolf10.